put that in the canteen.
Justice, Werribee will say. And a free kick going to the Centurions to Fletcher. He chips the ball over the top. It's okay. Bluski, left half forward. Goes to the corridor. Holds up. Good mark, Brentling.
Well, you always can when they kick it to your advantage. You've got to kick an advantage to your forwards.
That's it. So Ling, last line of defence for the Hawks. Plays on. Handballs it away to Hybens. Goes from inside 50. Goes over the top. Meehan, 2-on-1. If he can pick it up, he's away. He does. He handballs it inboard to Billy Cations.
See, where are they on ball?
Yeah, here we go.
Sitting here. Sitting here, bludgeon.
55 out. Goes up towards Grundle. Push.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Push came to the side. They're going to get the footy here. You watch Phil Jones. Will get the footy. Cations comes the other way. Jones put one hand down, then gets wrapped up. Got the handball away. Cornish got it away. Short little kick from McGuinness into Blushke again. Goes with the right foot kick to half forward. Coming out in front. No mark taken. Oh, geez, that could have been over the shoulder. Umpire says play on. Matt Smith front and centre. Got it away to Blushke again. Goes with the right foot kick towards half forward. 2-on-2. No mark taken. Taylor was there. Cassidy as well. Falls for Cassidy. Needs some support. Ling right behind him. Oh, he just got pushed over the boundary line. And the umpire says throw it in.
Look for some support. His support was turning around, going like this to the umpire, saying, give me a free kick.
8-12-60.
You've got to play to the whistle. Just
Werribee 8-7-55. 2 minutes played, final term.
So the ball on the forward line. Werribee a chance here to get themselves back in front. Clean kill away. Ball thrown in. Umpire over the top. Ends up in the hands of Hybens. Hybens just fed it forward. Not too sure he's looking for anyone in particular, but he got it out. Ends up in the hands of the Werribee boys. They kick back towards the full forward position. It's going to run through, and it's going to be out of bounds. Right beside the behind post. So Jones is going to do the ruck work with Morgan just sitting himself back along the 50 against Hybens, who's rucked all day, all bar about 10 minutes.
I reckon they need another ruckman.
You reckon? So the ball comes down. Muir went with one hand, couldn't get it out. Players converge, and it's going to be a ball up. 20 minutes out, directly in front. So it's thrown up in that position now. Hybens over the top. Drops the ball down. Smith put his head over it. Should have been resorted with a free kick. Ball comes out the back door. Went back towards Jones. He didn't have the ball. The umpires allowed that one to go on, but it's fed out. And it's going to be kicked off the ground by Hutchison. He missed it. Got it the second time. Went towards centre wing. And overrun there by Brackley. The back of the contest. Phipps. He slips over. Is able to go and trap the ball, fed the ball backwards. As far as Gianni, he left it behind, picked up there by Brackley. Went with the Candy, kicked into the half-forward line. Grozdanovsky up and down. Mark not taken, free kick awarded. So Grozdanovsky now has the ball. Gianni a little bit lucky there. Stepped inside the zone, but Grozdanovsky now towards centre half-forward. Gerard there, over the back. Good mark there by McGuinness. Height advantage, he played out wide. And we'll find Simpson. And on the left foot, kicks over the top. We'll find Speziali. Decides to go on. He's taken down by Hamer. He dropped the ball. Good tackle. Resulting free kick to Inverleigh. So Hamer on centre wing. Has options in the middle of the ground. Further afield, Alex Cations. That's the direction he goes in. A kick towards that player. Comes out and takes the mark.
Nah, that's not 50.
Oh,
I think they've talked him into that.
I think they have too. That's wrong.
So it's going to be Alex Cation who's got the kick. He's going to be 25 or 30 metres out from goal, directly in front. He's kicked 2 goals at this end in the second quarter. Has a chance to kick one here in the in the final. And to stretch the margin. So Alex Cations, he's got the round up. Phipps has gone back even further. So now the player now, or the bloke on the mark knows where it is. He's gone back that far. He comes in, kicks from 40 directly in front. A nice looking kick. And he has his third. And the first goal of the last quarter belongs to Inverleigh. They're 9 goals 12 now. They lead Werribee on 8 goals 7. Smith Holden, Blood Suzuki scoreboard. We have gone 5 minutes. No umpire comments?
Doesn't want to comment.
No.
Grubby's not commenting.
I'll be called biased. All I will say.
I'll back you up, Grubby.
All I will say is if a bloke's in mid-air trying to spoil a ball and then makes contact, that's not 50. You know, Smitty, that's not 50, mate.
I didn't say it was 50.
Belmont are coming.
Brad Smith, the umpire.
Oh.
Belmont are coming. two goals of difference at Belmont. So back in the middle. Oh, what's that?
Oh, well, I'll comment on that. That is another disgraceful decision.
Well, he's paid. What's he paid? I don't know what that.
A shepherd in the ruck.
James
Mate.
James Hymans can't believe it.
A shepherd in the ruck to a bloke's been winning the ruck all day.
The ball from the middle goes to Taylor. He kicks it out of bounds on the full, so a little bit of justice there for the Hawks. But James Hymans is still shaking his head.
One particular umpire used to pay that against Nigel Lovell every now and again.
Nigel Lovell.
Just every now and again and leave people bewildered.
Bewildered. So the Hawks with the free kick. And the last line of defence. Kick in. Oh, good mark. That's a very good mark from Muir. So Dean Muir inside defensive 50 for Inverleigh. Holds the ball up, called to play on now. Goes down the line towards centre wing. Straight with them. Oh, in the middle, mark taken. Brackley it is. On centre wing, goes towards half forward. Cations. Punched away by Cornish. Roved at the back, Hutchinson. Kicks off the ground. Gains another 30 metres into the pocket. Coming out, Grundle. Gets it at the second attempt. Wheels around. Dalton does with a right foot kick. And kicks it across the face. 4-1 behind. They go to 9-13-67 Inverleigh. Lead Werribee 8-7-55. Smith Holden Blood Suzuki final quarter scoreboard. 7 minutes played.
McNichol with a kick in from the fullback position. No time to waste now. They need to attack and go straight down the middle of the ground. Here's a short play on Kutsamanis. He goes over his head, not much further.
That's a hole.
That's a hole there, and the resulting free kick goes to Gianni. So Gianni has had a couple of big targets the last couple of weeks. He goes out wide and has Phipps on the half-back line now. Tips over the top. Kick. Game went looking for Boyd, bit too much height in it. Coming the other way, Anderson picks the ball up, goes into the half-forward line. Cation's in front, up there, doesn't take the mark, tapped over the back. Meehan runs onto it. Global didn't pick it up cleanly, went to McNichol. He put the ball down. Meehan kicks the ball, or taps the ball along the ground, and it's rushed through for another minor score. So 9-14 to Inverleigh, 8 goals, 7 to Werribee. And it's going to be Werribee through Fletcher, who's gone back again this quarter to do the kicking in duties. Looking for those options. There's not too much movement. Grub, you might be right. They might be starting to run out petrol tickets.
They're out in their feet.
Big game last week, come over the top, but they're out in the boundary line and Weatherly. So it's not. It's McGuinness will see the ball over the boundary line with Gerard. So just on the forward 50 for Inverleigh. Ball will be thrown back into play. Hyman's doing the ruck work with Morgan. Morgan in front. Hyman just let him take it out of the ruck work. Went to Phipps, went to Cassidy. Couldn't get it the first time. Went back and collected it with strength. He steps away from Hutchison. Gets back on his right side. Gets around 2. Now goes longer into the half-forward line. There's going to be a 2-on-1 situation back there. First one to arrive is Anderson. Goes back to Grozdanovsky. Went on his left side, which is unusual. Bounced the ball, lost it. Picked up by Anderson. He's put under pressure because Boyd comes through. Kicks it off the ground, so into the full forward position or forward pocket. Coming out is Taylor. Good clean pick up. Went back looking for Knight. Over the top and a good pair of hands, and we'll see him take the mark.
Have to get a goal here.
Umpire says it was a clap of the hands. And he will kick the ball from 40 metres out. Not quite directly in front. So they need to get this one and a few more straight after. Give themselves a chance. So Knight comes in. Kicks a goal, got close to the man on the mark. Unfortunately, the accuracy is not there, and it's through for a minor score. So 8 goals, 8 to Werribee, 9-14 to Inverleigh. 9.5 minutes gone, final quarter. Smith Holden, Blood Suzuki scoreboard.
Ling plays on from fullback, goes to half-back. No mark taken by Grozdanovsky. Off the back of the pack, kick around the corner from Speziali. Nearly hits the runner, handball from Hall. Gives it away to McNichol, back to Salmon. Salmon left foot kick towards the 10-metre square, punched away. Knight to run onto it, and also in there is Boyd. Gets around, kicks the goal. Does well. And
that's his bread and butter.
He kicks the goal.
Umpire's got no idea.
Daniel Boyd.
Umpire's
has to
got
be
no
a goal.
idea.
Oh, sometime today would be good.
He wants to go to the replay, I think.
Oh, geez, come on, for God's sake. It was a goal. He kicked it straight through the middle. Daniel Boyd kicks his first. Finally. And Werribee get their ninth. 9-8-62. They trail Inverleigh 9-14-68. Smith Holden Blood Suzuki final quarter scoreboard. 10 minutes played.
Well, I'm glad he put the two fingers up in the finish because they already had it goal on the scoreboard. It was a big footy going goal, goal, goal. And he's standing there not knowing what to do, the goal umpire. But, well, much needed goal's an understatement. But you were right, Smitty. They need another 2 now to make this interesting. Actually, one would make it interesting and make scores were level.
Well, not by the scoreboard, it wouldn't, but we don't know what's going on there. Point here and a point there.
Could make a difference in the end, couldn't it?
If it's a point game, I'd be definitely going to the replays.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't be going to the umpire scorecard.
No, you have to go to the umpire scorecard.
What's wrong?
Doesn't matter. That's right.
No, they won't want to look at the score. They won't want to look at the video there.
Yeah. Especially if you're the losing side, you need the 4 points.
Oh, that's right.
Look, what's Ivan's worried about?
Not too sure. He's looking for a man behind the ball or what he's looking for, but it doesn't matter anyway. The ball's back in the umpire in the middle of the ground. As we said, Boyd's kicked the last goal for Werribee. Brings him back to a goal of difference now. Ball thrown up in the middle. Morgan, Hybens, maybe both got a bit of a touch on it. Picked up there by Smith. Handball out to Speziale. Put him under pressure a fair bit. Hamer's tackled him. He needs to get rid of the ball. He does so to Hutchison of Inverleigh. He released the ball out. Smith's done a hemi. I reckon he had trouble with it just a minute ago. And it's kicked around the corner. And its mark has been taken there by Grosdanowski in front of McNichol. So Grosdanowski now kicks in over the top. Went looking for Brackley. Kick wasn't well directed. Gerard comes out. Doesn't trap the ball. Goes over the boundary line. And it's going to be thrown in by the umpire.
Geez, I think he was instrumental in the last 15 minutes of last week, Smith, and they really need him out there.
Yeah,
bloke, I don't know whether he's off or whether he hasn't played that well. I haven't seen Braden Montebruno for a fair while.
No, you're right. You're right. And the ball's now tapped in. There's a free kick being given. I'm not too sure it is. The umpire that was away from the plate.
He's got the jacket on too, Montebruno.
Has he? Well, he limped off in the second quarter, didn't he? Or
first quarter. I didn't see him go.
No, he came off in the first quarter.
Yep.
Swinging the legs, so I reckon he wasn't fully right either. So it's going to be Ryan Gerard, who has 4. And a chance to kick his 5th and the 10th for Inverleigh. So he skips and hops and does a little bit more and comes in and outside 50. He's not going to have the distance. Goes to the goal square. Mark's not taken. Spoiled. Goes over the boundary line. So probably a good result there for the Inverleigh side. Chance to score another major. Robbins comes back on for Dylan Brown, who's been tagging Smith for most of the day.
Puts him in some trouble.
Especially they're both not right next week, mate. So the ball thrown back in. Back of the contest. Over the top. Cornish picks the ball up, goes round the corner to McNichol. Good smother by Grundle. And the ball goes over the boundary line. When's Tyrone Montebruno ready?
Another 2 or 3. You've got to recruit him from the right places.
Oh, here we go. I was going to say, we just give him enough airtime. He can't help himself.
Oh, well, all these bloody uppers crossing blokes always get injured.
Ball comes over the top in the ruck contest. Morgan trums out with the ball, tries to force his way through. Umpire quickly in there. And we'll ball it up again. 10 minutes out, or 20 minutes out, sorry, for the goals. And umpire quickly throws it in the air. Tapped down by Morgan. Out the back door, went towards Salmon. Ends up running back towards goal. Trying to shape it in the field of play was Grosdanowski, but it's gone through for another rush behind. So 9:15 now Inverleigh. Quick play on. Kick down the middle of the ground. Interception there by Muir. Bit high the kick there, Grub, was it, for Salmon?
Just a touch.
Just a touch.
Yep.
Allowed Muir to come across. So
about an inch and a half.
Has not kicked a goal at the moment. And a chance now to score.
Bannockburn trail by 7 goals at half time. They're now 13 points up.
Wow.
Good wind change. Might be going both ways. So D. Muir comes in. It goes across and through for a minor score. 9:16 now to the Inverleigh side. 9-8 to Werribee. We've gone 15 minutes. Final quarter. Smith Holden Blood Suzuki scoreboard.
Kick in by McNichol. Goes towards Fletcher. Simpson handballs it away. Kick around the corner. Close to the boundary line. Robbins doesn't keep it in. And it will be a boundary throw in. Just inside the 50-metre arc. Inverleigh into attack. They lead by 8 or 9 points.
One of two.
One of two. Throw in. Grundle. Muir handballs it. Off a step, Grobstanovsky, close to the goal line and through for one behind. So they go to 9-17-71. Inverleigh, Werribee 9-7-61. Kick in. Nickel plays on. Comes towards Fletcher again. Grundle puts his hands up, takes the mark. 55 out from goal. The big fella takes the grab. Have a go, said the boys on the boundary line. He goes long towards the 10-metre square. Man go, Grobstanovsky in front. Takes a good mark. They're good marks, aren't they? Overhead, both of them. Very good.
Good vertical jumpers.
They are. And taking the mark, that's Michael. Has taken the mark 10 metres out, or 12 metres out, slide angle. We've played 16 minutes in the final term. This will make it difficult if he can put it through.
I think it's already difficult because even though they haven't scored heavily, the ball's been played in this half of the ground for the last 8 minutes.
Comes in, missed. Through for one behind. So they're going to 9-18-72. Inverleigh, Werribee 9-8-62 or 9-7-61, whichever one you want to take. 16 and a half minutes played. Final term, Smith Hold Blood Suzuki scoreboard.
You don't want to put the mocker on the kid, but after what a fantastic mark. That was about the worst kick for goal I've seen for a couple of weeks. That was just absolute
When
shocker.
you say it was a good kick.
It was a shocker.
So it's now with the full-back position. McNichol decides to play onto himself, steps outside, kicks the ball to the half-back line. Don't know whether that combination was good there because it was a 3-on-1 or a 2-on-1. And Anderson comes up with the ball for Inverleigh. So Anderson, he gives himself a chance from there, but looks like he's going back with the ball, taking plenty of time. So he'll kick from on 50. Bit of a started run up. He'll get to the top of the square. Mark required over the top. Grobstanovsky. Million sitting down the back. Mark's not taken. Wedley takes the ball. He's pushed over and through for a rush behind. Is he or not? No. Still in the field of play. So right on the between the boundary line and the boundary point post and the goal post. Dalton Grundle takes it back towards the top of the square. Coming through. Mark not taken there by... Now there's a free kick being given for who? What was that for?
No idea.
Tackle below the knees or something.
I think he was going to give a push to Simpson.
He dived at the football and the bloke went over the top of him. I'd say he's played that the one the league players do where you take a bloke's legs out. But you're allowed to dive at the football, surely.
Surely.
It's Grobstanovsky again that's got the resulting free kick.
Probably kick this one, will he?
He's doing the Stevie J.
Yeah.
Steps outside, kicks round the corner. He likes this one. And the umpire says it's okay. So Mick Grobstanovsky has his first goal of the afternoon and now the 10th for Inverleigh. 10-18-78. They lead the Werribee side on 9-8. We've gone 19 minutes, final quarter. Smith Holden, Blood Suzuki scoreboard.
I think they've got reason to be a little bit aggrieved. They've got the last two goals have been kicked in. One was from a 50-metre penalty that wasn't, and one was from a free kick that I couldn't see that. That's the last two goals that's put the game beyond reach. It's both Brad Smith and, mate, you'll be chased out of Wyndhamvale tonight, you mongrel. They were shocking decisions, I reckon, but anyway. Werribee didn't look like winning the game because the ball's been up here the whole quarter.
Yeah.
They're out of legs, but...
Back to the middle. Jones got it down to Blasio. His opposite number got the kick out of the middle, though, towards Grobstanovsky. Close to the boundary line. Tackled by McNichol. Ball spills out and over the line for a throw-in. 50 around from the Inverleigh goal. 19 and a half minutes played, final term. Boundary throw-in for Hybens and Jones. Hybens gets it. Big thump away, gains 20 metres. Gerard runs onto it. Needs some support. Meehan's in there fighting hard for it. Side of the pack, Weatherly got it away to Salmon. Goes towards centre wing. De Blasio stands his ground. Should have taken the mark. Didn't. Knight. Over the top. Speziali. Close to the boundary line. Salmon off a step. Towards half forward. That's a hold. Should have been a free kick. Umpire can't see.
By the arm.
Well, that's because the umpire's got his hand up. You can't see because of the sun. So tell me this. Why don't you turn around and umpire from outside if you can't see?
Oh, he's just a kid. He just...
Well, Brad Smith's umpired 700 games. Go and tell him.
Yeah.
If you can't see it, you can't umpire. That's a push. That's the payback, I reckon.
I don't mind that because the kid will learn. If they tell him after the game, the kid will learn that. That's what they're here to do.
Kick from Jones. Goes long. Inverleigh with the numbers. No mark taken by Cations. Falls to the side of the pack. Knight gets it away. Boyd. Oh, very pretty.
That's
pretty.
the goal of the day, Boyd.
Daniel Boyd has kicked the goal. He's second of the afternoon. He kicked it with the outside of the right boot, running towards the left forward pocket. Very nice. Very nice.
That was a little ripper, wasn't it?
It was.
It was an absolute beauty.
Werribee kicked their 10th. 10-8-68. They trail Inverleigh 10-18-78. And that's on the Smith Holden Blood Suzuki final quarter scoreboard. 21 minutes played.
You got to give them some credit. They hang in there, but you got to give Inverleigh credit. Obviously, they haven't played as well as they played last week against North Geelong, but they've still managed to probably look like being the better side for nearly the whole game. I don't think Werribee's ever really looked like they were going to win the game, and yet they didn't either last week and still got up. But Inverleigh are a little bit of a different kettle of fish, and they've got themselves in front, and they're going to stay there.
So back in the middle of the ground, Hyben's up against Jones, and the ball's thrown up. Hyben's down. Good clean pick up there from Cassidy. Steps outside 50, kicks long into the forward line, coming out Hall. Couldn't take it cleanly. Ends up there with Speziale. Back tonight to Hall. Kicks round the corner, looking for Fletcher. Oh, did that nicely. I think he had hold of a bloke and then let him go and went back inside. And Fletcher will go back. Chance to reduce the margin to 3 points. They came late last game.
I was going to say, they couldn't get out of jail a second week in a row, could they?
Well, they haven't looked like it.
But they didn't last week.
They didn't last week.
Then Cassidy comes out of the middle, though. They always look good.
They look good then, don't they?
Absolutely. It's the best game I've seen him play.
So Fletcher now comes in, a real important kick in the text of this contest. And that's a lovely looking kick. He nails it, and Fletcher's got his third, and now the 11th for the Werribee side. They're 11 goals, 8. They trail Inverleigh on 10 goals, 18, 22 and a half minutes gone. Final quarter, Smith Holden, Blood Suzuki scoreboard.
Jeez, I hope it doesn't come down to a point, I'll tell you.
Well, they're a hard side to watch, Werribee, aren't they? You watch them for 10 minutes and you think they'd be lucky to make the top 8. And then you look at them for 5 minutes and think, gee, they could be as good as anybody if they could keep this up. And this is a mighty effort with Montebruno and Smith off the ground. You know, win, lose or draw, it's a mighty effort.
Hope it doesn't come down to a point.
It's not. Oh, well, it's only 5 now. Yeah.
So back to the middle. Jones, Hyben gets it down. Hutchinson roves it. Goes inside 50, but Weatherly reads it the better, takes the mark. Goes to the outer side. Measures the pass. It's okay. Salmon takes it. Half-back flank. Needs to move it. 23 and a half minutes played. Goes to the outer side. That's a terrible kick. Terrible, terrible kick. The centre wing. And they turn the ball over. And, well, Inverleigh, Brackley gets across there, close to the boundary line at half forward, gives it back inboard to Cations, created a loose man. Little kick towards full forward. Gerard against a couple. Can he kick the goal? No, he can't. Through for one behind.
He might have nearly got pushed in the back.
So they go to 10-19-79 Inverleigh, Werribee 11-8-74 or 73, whatever you want. 24 minutes played, final term. Cornish taking the mark. In the back line for Werribee, just kicks it high, not very long. Cassidy tries to punch it on. Hutchison roves the pack. Ball from Grozdanovsky, away to Grundle.
Missed it. Oh, no, he's got it. What did he put his hand up for, that goose?
He's kicked the goal. Dalton Grundle has kicked his first of the afternoon. And the 11th for Inverleigh. So that might be the sealer. 11-19-85. They lead Werribee 11-8-74. Smith Holden Blood Suzuki final quarter scoreboard 24 and a half minutes played.
Well, she beat me, the goal umpire. He ran across and they put the arm up and go like that. She put the arm up and go like that. And then took it down and said 2 fingers. But I thought it was a goal by the way it looked. But I thought she was going to signal.
It looked like a goal.
Yeah, I thought she was going to signal the point and then changed her mind. But that's probably the goal that puts them out of their misery, I would reckon.
So Hyben's up over Jones, taps the ball down. Cations coming off the wing, picks the ball up, went for the handball outside to Muir. He's trying to force his way through, but Gianni's slinging onto the side of him and takes him to ground. And the umpire comes in and takes possession of the ball. Decides to step outside the mud. Not a bad option there. Oh no, he's pointing back in there again, is he? So he throws the ball up, Hybens and Jones. Hybens taps the ball down, only as far as Salmon kicks off the ground, round the corner to the half-forward line. Schultz comes out, can't take the mark. A big spoil, goes back Inverleigh's way, picked up there by Salmon once again. Fed the ball backwards, got rid of it to Knight. Knight fed it out quickly, only far there as Robbins. He was in, or disposed of the ball
wrong
incorrectly.
side of the pack, though.
Yep, so it ends up with McNichol, who comes out wide and finds Hall. So Hall now nearly needs to hit a target. He's got no runners in front of him. He goes short and over the top, and Speziali takes the mark. Needs to feed it back to Hall, but he's outside. He had him there. He's still there. He's looking inside. Decides to go back to the goal square. Grundle's back there. He's up, and he takes the mark. So good hands. Has options further afield if he wants them. Went to Grozdanovsky, decided to go first straight down the middle towards Muir. Muir puts himself in front. Mean at the back of the contest. Can't pick it up cleanly. Salmon, it's in there, working hard. Especially Ali, but it's good. A handball out. Comes over the top. Went back to Robbins to Schultz. Schultz was going to try and get it back again, but it comes out towards Brackley. Now steadies and goes to the forward line. Kick. Went to Gerard, got to the back of the contest, stepped inside, was tackled, good play there, and it ends up with Cations. Cations can't take it cleanly. Phipps is back there, fed the ball up, only as far as O'Malley. O'Malley ends up with the hands, it comes out towards Casey Meehan, goes towards goal, and he misses again. He wouldn't have missed too many of them his day, but he's now 11 goals, 20. The 31 scoring shots they've had.
To 18.
Yeah, and they're only marginally in front, but they have a lead, 13 points by the scoreboard. We don't know whether that's correct or not, but we'll worry about it.
Won't matter now. Won't matter now.
So McNichol goes out, and a short kick. Good mark there from Jones. He's been good again today. She said Grubb probably preferred to play him in the forward line, but you need him through the middle of the ground.
You do. You do. You need another one of him, and he has got a brother.
Maybe he'd like to come to Inverleigh. So the ball's kicked out.
That'd be unbelievable, man, Jones and Ivans.
Yeah. Ball goes out, and it's Cornish. Kicks into the wind to certain wing. Phipps up in front, takes the mark. Has a player moving further ahead. Went to Koutsamanis. Nice kick. Good take. And Koutsamanis now. I think they realise the urgency of keeping this game going. 27 minutes gone on the clock. They can see it over there now.
They have got a budding young ruckman run around in the twos.
Nigel
And
Lovell.
it's interceptions there by Ling. So Ling from Inverleigh has the ball, just steadying things down, puts his hand up. Just takes a little bit of time. Umpire asks him to go on now, and he goes out wide towards Cations, and also Brackley comes up and takes the mark. Brackley with the ball on centre wing. Not too much movement further afield. Has Meehan short. He goes in that direction. Phipps intercepts and puts the ball over the boundary line. So we've gone 28 minutes in the final quarter. Werribee on 11 goals 8. They trail Inverleigh on 11 goals 20.
I reckon it was about
scoreboard.
This time last week I was yelling, "Ring the hooter!" Not today.
So boundary throw in. Hybens, Jones. Hybens gets it down. Hutchison Robes. Left foot kick to centre half forward. Cross half forward looking for, well, there's Cations and then Gerard. Left foot kick around the corner towards the goal square. Grozdanovsky.
And now he's called play on.
Now he's called play on after he called the mark.
Once you've paid the mark, it's a mark.
Cations handballs it back. Schultz off a step. Never kicked a goal when I've seen him play. He has now. No, he hasn't. He's missed. 3 for 1 behind.
He's blown the whistle and paid a mark.
He did.
Then the ball fell out of his hand and he called play on.
11-21-87 Inverleigh. They lead Werribee 11-8-74. Smith-Holden Blood Suzuki final quarter score, 29 minutes played.
So the ball's kicked in and played to himself. Wedley puts himself under pressure, able to get the kick away, goes towards Phipps in the front, can't take the mark on the ground level. He's able to move the ball out. Handball comes up, ends up there with Brackley, steadies on his left foot, kicks towards goal, and
that's it.
He has kicked the goal. James Brackley gets his first goal of the afternoon. Thank goodness, because I ran out of spot to the points section. We've got 12 goals, 21 now. To Inverleigh, they lead Werribee on 11 goals, 8, and nearly approaching 30 minutes. Final quarter, Smith-Holden, Blood Suzuki scoreboard.
Well, look, they've had the play, all the play. What have they kicked in this last quarter, Smithy?
They've kicked 3 goals, 9.
3-9. Now, you know, I said
4-9, sorry.
4-9. Now, I said at three-quarter time they will win running away. Now, I suppose 20 points ain't running away, but if they kick straight, they should be 40 points up. They should be running away. They've kicked really badly in this last quarter, but their superior fitness has won the day.
The back in the middle, Hybens gets it down. Jones at the back of the pack, tries to rove it, leaves it behind, no Mew up. Oh, kicked in the back of Casey Meehan's head. Cross half forward, Koutsamanis got one high, and we'll take the free kick. at centre half back for Werribee. Not much to kick to. Boyd short, goes shorter to Weatherly. He takes the mark. Still inside the centre square. Defensively. It's a cross towards Simpson. Can't take the mark. Second effort, got the footy. Goes to the right foot kick. 3-on-1. He'll have to be good here, and he is.
Well, I must admit, he put it in a good spot, Zooey. He put that in a really good spot.
Fletcher wheels around. Right foot kick. Missed it to the near side. To the near side, yes. And 3 for 1 behind. So 3 goals, 1. His personal tally this afternoon. They go to 11-9-75 Werribee. Trail Inverleigh 12-21-93. Smith Holden Blood Suzuki final quarter scoreboard 31 minutes played.
Mercy wheel's got to be applied right now.
Seriously, ring the hooter for goodness sake.
So Ling with the ball at fullbacks is going to come to the clubroom side of the ground. Has a play leading up. Grosvenowski and also Hutchison.
Say it properly.
And
ring the hooter! Ring the hooter!
Just taking some time now. Hutchison with the ball. Will go long. Hit the ball towards centre wing. Alford over the back. Anderson can't take the mark at ground level. Schultz dives on it. And he needs to get the ball out now because he's taken possession of it. Weatherly's tackled him. Umpire says he's not coming out. And the umpire will come in true centre wing and restart play.
Been played in pretty good spirit.
It has. Ball. No, the ruckman gets to the ball. Meehan takes it. Fresh air shot. Picked up there by Morgan. Kicked into the half-forward line. Grosvenowski coming out. Doesn't take clean possession the first time, but able to keep the ball in front of himself. Kicks to the centre wing. Mark has been taken there by Robbins. And he's got the ball. Just asking player above him to step off him.
Yeah, so am I. So am I, because there's a 50-metre butting there.
So Robbins now with the ball. Decides to go long. Goes into the half-forward line. Meehan's up. Back of the contest. Mark's been taken there by Grosvenowski. He'd have a few for the day, I reckon. Kicks into the full forward position. Went looking for Gerard. Not the best place for him because it's a high ball. Comes in over the top. He might get back there and beat him to the contest. Collects it and kicks the goal. Oh, Rusty Nuts. Kicks his 5th of the afternoon and the 13th for Inverleigh. 13 goals, 21. They lead Werribee on 11 goals, 9. Final quarter's gone 32.5 minutes. Smith Holden, Blood Suzuki scoreboard.
Umpire's just had a word to Derek Hall there. I think he might have used a bit of profanity. He was pushed out of the contest out here really badly and didn't get a free, and I think he might have just the frustration. I think he might have had a crack at the umpire somehow.
He might be getting the Bronx cheer too, I think. The back of the middle, Hybens, Morgan. Morgan gets it down. Hybens does the roving work. Gives it away to Muir. Gives it away to Hutchinson in the middle. Goes towards Cations at centre. Oh, half forward. Good mark under pressure at 50. And we'll shoot for goal from 55. He's kicked 3 goals, 1 this afternoon, Alex Cations.
And all 3 of them have been from the fair way out.
Yep.
So you would think he would kick this.
He's got no hope now that you've said that.
All from this end.
He's got no hope now that you've said that.
Well, he should have his range. He's kicked them all 3 from around that area, and he'll dob this.
55 out. Comes in. Right foot kick. Ball falls
nearly.
10 metre square, bounces over the back of the pack. 3 for 1 behind.
Kicked that one like his auntie.
13-22, 100 Inverleigh. And Werribee 11-9-75. Smith Holden Blood Suzuki final quarter scoreboard 34 minutes played. Seriously?
Yeah, I know.
Seriously.
Nickel comes in short and goes towards Weatherly, takes the mark. So Weatherly has Cassidy moving further afield. Little short kicks, good. And Cassidy takes the mark. We're still inside the defensive 50. Another short one over the top. We'll have Boyd just outside. He was going to go. Decided to stop and prop. A kick into the middle of the ground. Nice kick. Mark being taken there by McNichol. Handball goes to Salmon on the cruise by. And he goes into the half-forward line. Went looking for Taylor. Ling able to get a hand on the ball. And keeps it in front now and runs and kicks back towards centre wing. Went for Hybens, but in front is Alford. And Jake Alford takes the mark. So Hybens just protecting his back there. Alford goes inside. Well, there's a 3-on-1 situation here. Muir can go if he wants to. Decides to stop. Far side of the ground, they have runners. They have 3 or 4 out that side. But Muir now with the ball. He's looking for those options further afield. Goes into the half-forward line. Goes towards corner. He's going to lead in the race for the ball. Can he pick it up? He does. Handball's over the top. Knew there was play there in Phipps, and he goes short over the top. Will find Salmon. He continues to run on the right foot. Went outside. Taylor dives and takes the mark. 45 metres out from goal. And the siren sounds to end the game. So Taylor will go back and shoot for goal.
Too far out.
Too far out. Kicking back into the breeze.
Here's a good kick, but
so Taylor now comes in. Siren has gone, as we said. Long kick. Gets close to the man of the mark. It's a nice looking kick at goal. It's going to land in the square. Hybens just fends it back into the field of play. It'll be no score. So the final score we'll see, well, final score we reckon we'll see Inverleigh run out 13-22 to 11 goals 9, we think.